this is not going to be about the song per se being a bad song or whatever. It's a bad song. No, it's a bad song. I mean, I'm not crazy. Okay, welcome back to my channel. This is Chanel Maru. What's up? I wanted to talk about the Young Miami Spin That song, right? Okay. But I wanted to talk about more of the impact of what it causes today and how it's affecting our generation, right? And I'm not gonna lie to you, some of the videos I've watched on social media that I had no idea of how crazy and bad it's gotten with the youth.
Spin that shit. Spin that shit.
It saddens me. It saddens me for our future. And I didn't know it was this bad. I knew it was bad, but not this bad. When I seen the video of all the children, minors, babies, and parents encouraging their children to sing this song, I was disturbed in my spirit, and I'm still disturbed right now as we speak. And I was just like appalled, because I said, are we in the Twilight Zone? Is this a dream? Am I having a dream? Is this a nightmare or a dream?
Have you ever had a dream that
This is just so sad to witness that the children are listening to this, and not only it's being encouraged by the parents. The parents are encouraging their children to sing these songs. They knew the word bar to bar, right? They knew the whole words. They were cussing. It was not the Kids Bop version. They were cussing. They were saying the S word. They were saying the A word, the B word, the whole every word. Well, my hating nigga. What? Spin that and the parents were just encouraging it. And they weren't like, little Tommy, little Lakeisha, you better not say that word. Yo, I'm not even that many generations in between these kids. I'm not a child now. I've been an adult for some time. But I'm a millennial, and we have Gen Z after that, and then we have Gen Alpha after that. That's not that far of a, I was a kid in the 90s, okay? I was a child in the 90s. I feel like the 90s was like 10 years ago. In my head, the 90s was 10 years ago. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is, but it really was 30 years ago, which is crazy to think about. Let me say something. When I was a child growing up, my mom, my dad did not allow me to even say words like heck. I couldn't even say heck. I couldn't say hecka. That's hecka. Oh, that's hecka crazy. Oh my God. I couldn't even say hecka. I couldn't say dang. I couldn't say dang. I couldn't say none of that. I couldn't say stupid. We couldn't say stupid. We couldn't say shut up. We couldn't say these words. And that's why I'm like blown away that just two generations after me, we're already letting kids say the F word, the S word, the B word, all the words. We're even letting them say the P word, P-U-S as what? What? That's a private area. That shouldn't tell you. We're letting children say the P word and the D word. That shouldn't tell you. Why are we allowing kids to say that? Now that's going on. That's a whole nother, whoa. Where are we going with the society? And look, however you feel about Mr. Cosby is however you feel. I just give my opinion, but I feel the people, the elites, wanted to cancel Cosby because they wanted to make him a villain of Black America. Bill Cosby represented what the Black family could be in a positive light. It represented, first of all, there was a father and a mother in the home, and they were the father and mother of all those children. It was not no baby daddies and baby mamas outside of that family structure. They were highly educated. Mr. Cosby, Cliff Huxtable, was a doctor. Mrs. Huxtable was a lawyer. And then all the children went to college, I believe. Very successful. They all got married, I believe, at some point. Not all of them, but most of them, I think, got married. And it was a very positive show for the Black community. Well, however you feel about it, maybe I'm just being honest. I thought it was a little bit boring. But it was still a very positive representation for our community, and I recognize that. Different World followed right after that, another positive black show. But I really do think that they tried to villainize Bill Cosby, for a reason. There was a reason they did that. I truly believe that they did that on reason, because they wanted black people to see him as a villain, and they wanted us to feel like, oh, well, what's the point? If Cosby is a villain, then we can do whatever we want. That's what I think happened, but I could be very wrong. He could very well be what they're saying he was, although it is, some stuff is suspicious about how the women were allegedly going back to him and all that. That's a whole other story. Look, and then Janice Dickerson did say she fabricated the story. Just saying. But that's a whole other video. I'm not talking about him entirely. But I'm just bringing up a point that I do believe that there was something that they did to try to villainize him, so that way the black community can go the direction that they are in today. This was all planned. I think that a lot of this stuff was planned. I think. I can't confirm it. But I believe a lot of the stuff they were really plotting and planning. Even when you go to the interview with Crazy Bone, when he talked about the interview, the meeting that they had in the early 90s, how they wanted to shift the direction of rap. Ice Cube even confirmed it, that there was a meeting. A few other people said that there was a meeting, that they wanted to shift and change the dynamic of rap music, especially after that song Fight the Power came out by Public Enemy. After that song came out, they was like, oh, no, you guys ain't gonna be coming after us like that. No, we put the drugs in the music, put the guns, the weapons in the music, put all that, because we own the prison systems. It's a money maker. Low cost labor for the prisoners, for the melanated prisoners. This is not me saying this. Ice Cube has said this. Crazy Bone, a lot of people have said this now. We have people like Maggie Jones, who did this song called Anybody Here Want to Buy My Cabbage? She was talking about her pom-pom, you know what I mean? You want to buy my cabbage, you want to eat my We had songs like that. This is the 1920s. We had Millie Jackson, Slow Tongue, right? Salt and Pepper. You know, we had Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown. Sure. We had Kaya's My Neck, My Back. Sure. Okay. We had this stuff. But the question I have for you is, how was that impacting the youth back then versus how it's impacting the youth today? But you know what the difference was between back then? And I'm not justifying what they did back then. But you know what the difference between back then versus now is? Back then, there was more structure. The adults did not want their kids listening to that. But the adults today want their kids to listen to that. What's happening? You know, even Carisha doesn't want her daughter listening to her music.
Summer ain't allowed to be no city girl?
No. I want her raised totally different. Like, you know, I don't even want her to even see the light of day like that. Like, I really want her to just be like, you know, like level-headed, a schoolgirl, and just on a whole nother ways. Like, you know, I kind of was raised different, so I don't want to raise her up how I was raised. So, you know, I'm a city girl, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I don't want that for my daughter.
So your son,
you know, Cardi B doesn't want her kids listening to their music. So if these rappers have more decency and respect for their children, why don't y'all? You guys look up to Cardi B, you look up to Carisha, you look up to these people, but they have more respect for their own kids than y'all do. How about you look up to them in that way, in that regard? You listen to it. You, the adult, you listen to it. But when it's your kids, when your kids are in the back seat, you better put on Barney. You put on, I don't know what the current kid shows are. You better change the playlist to Disney. There's Disney playlists on Spotify. Stop making excuses. Play Disney. And I don't care if they cry. I don't care if they say, I don't want to listen to that. Put on Carisha. No. You're going to listen to what I play. Because that's how my mom was. She didn't play. I didn't pay the bills. She's paying the bills. I didn't bring her in this world. She brought me in this world. Why are y'all so scared of your kids? It's weird. I don't know. Look, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why just this generation is scared of their kids. The other generations were not. Just y'all. I don't know what happened. Where in society, where did we go wrong where parents are scared of their kids now? I don't know. We got to save the youth. The youth needs saving. Whitney Houston was not singing for this. When she said, I believe the children are our future, I don't think she was talking about this. I don't think that's what she was talking about. I don't think Michael Jackson was talking about when he was singing songs like Heal the World and We Are the World, We Are the Children. I don't think he was talking about this. I don't think this is what he had in mind. And maybe that's what's wrong. We don't have songs like that today. Why are that's a whole other video. Why are our favorites, right, that we love to praise, why are they not singing these songs? We love to call them the modern day Michael Jackson, but I don't think so, because you guys are not singing songs like that. You guys are just trying to keep up with the young people, whatever they're singing. I'm just saying. A lot of you veterans are trying to just keep up with these kids. But okay. We've got to do something to fix this problem. This is a problem. This is a problem. This is not a not problem. This is an epidemic. This is an epidemic. I'm sorry. It's a plague. It's an epidemic. It's a virus. Something's got to be fixed. And when you have a virus, you got to find a cure for the virus. When it's an epidemic, you got to find a cure for it. You got to problem solve. This is an epidemic. This is a problem. We need to resolve this issue. Society needs to be fixed, especially in our community, the melanated community. And I think that, like, honestly, Wendy Williams, like, getting rid of, I'm not saying that they got rid of Wendy Williams. I'm not saying that they did anything to Wendy Williams. I'm not saying that, although a lot of people have came up with this theory that they did something to her. But even Wendy Williams, I think, played a huge part in the morality of our culture. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. Because if you really paid attention to Wendy, she stood for morality. She did. She had a ratchet side. She liked to turn up, but she had morality. Y'all let me know what you think down below. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.